Today is the day we are going to start putting the metal on the maple syrup house. We're going to start with the roof, and it's going to rain later today, so hopefully we can get it done. And by we, I don't mean me, I mean Hank and our neighbor friend. Gathering of the gear.
Black or brown? Very thicker.
You got napkins down here, so that's good.
Oh, you're taking the easy route.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Pull them up.
Yep.
I didn't thought you were going to hand it up down there.
I guess I can hand it up.
You don't need to work. This isn't that
I
hard.
think if Yonder's going to go down and hand it up,
They fit right through the slot. We can start to taper down. So yesterday we went ahead and got the roof all finished up. We still have to get our stacks, our stainless steel stacks through the roof here. We'll probably end up doing that once we get our evaporator in place, and then we know exactly where our stacks are going to come through. But we also got our F and J channel all nailed in place, along with our J channel around our windows. I can show you that in a minute. So today I'm going to start working on getting some of this foam all cut up. We have a big stack of it back here. I'm going to cut it all up on the table saw and start putting it in place in between each one of these boxes and between the purlins here on the side of the building. And then I think we might either put the double bubble on the outside of the building or the inside of the building. Haven't figured that part out yet. So yeah, we should have a pretty productive day and get this building all insulated. So this is our J channel here around the windows. So each one of these pieces comes in about a 10-foot length. So I just box it in like this. I bend it around, kind of cut a little square out the bottom, and then I bend the tab down and around. So you want to make this J channel work the flow of the water. So when the rain comes down the side of the sheet of your metal, it hits and then rolls down the edge and then drips off. So whenever you make your cuts, you just want to make sure that this piece folds in and over this piece, that piece folds in and over that piece, and the little tabs come down through the bottom that you can cut. So it's like an H when you cut it. So you can kind of see in through here. So you cut it so that the tab can fold in and over. I can do a practice cut and show you guys exactly how I did that. But the F and J that comes along the top, they come in 10-foot lengths, and you just put roofing nails along them and just butt one up against the next. That catches the soffit and also catches the side sheet of the building. So we don't have our double angle, or what this company calls it, a Z-bar yet, and that goes along here. The double angle catches the wainscoting sheet and then catches the top or the bottom of the side metal for our side panels. So I should have that on Wednesday. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and get each zone here boxed in with some insulation, which I'm kind of sorting through to see which pieces are good that I can use to cut up. And we'll just kind of stuff them in each spot and continue on. So we're in the process of putting up the last bit of foam up into these little cavities here. We did go ahead and throw up a few sections of this double bubble. We're going to put some on the outside, and we're also going to put some on the inside, and then we'll also insulate the ceiling in certain areas. The back portion of the loft, I'm actually not going to insulate at all because I want that to stay cold, because I'll have my refrigerated hopper tank up in the loft. So I want to kind of keep some of that sap cold up there. So yeah, we're gonna just continue on putting some of this foam and cutting it into squares, and hopefully wrap this stuff up in the next hour or two so that we can start throwing up some more metal on the side of the building. So this is kind of a quick walk around. So we did 3 sections so far of the double bubble. I'm actually using some of that Protecto Rappo stuff, the sticky stuff that we put around the window. I'm actually going over the seams because that'll actually help keep it that much more watertight. And we have a lot of rolls of that stuff that we got from the auction, so why not? So yeah, we're just gonna go up to basically there. We'll leave the loft exposed for insulating purposes. So we'll insulate from that pole down, and then I'll probably end up actually just continuing a full length piece of double bubble. But as far as foam goes, we're gonna leave none in the loft area. And then after we get done this portion, I'll go ahead and start putting a little bit of roof on top of this awning, and then start figuring out some of our sheets that we have over here. These are the side sheets. The color that's on top, that's a protective cover. It's a cover sheet. So our gray is right underneath here. So I'm gonna continue cutting up some pieces. So yesterday we finished up getting all of the double bubble up on the exterior of the sugar house. And we also use that sticky wrapping to go over the seams. So it's done all the way up. We also got our awning metal for the front on. It was just 2 pieces that we pre-drilled and attached. This morning I went and picked up some more metal that we ordered and started on getting our double angle in, which is that piece right there. And I pre-drilled and started hanging a couple of sheets. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-drill the rest of the sheets to get up to about here, and then I'll do another section in the end. But yeah, I plan on having all of the gray up on this side today. That would be my goal. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those sheets drilled and start attaching them down the row. This sheet on top, this is a pre-drilled sheet that I'm using as my template. So I can just lay it on top of undrilled sheets and go down the line. We just finished up doing the wainscoting along the bottom here. I was able to reuse some of the pieces that we didn't need for the roof. I bought 2 extra sheets and I cut those pieces up and was able to actually save some money and do this whole side with a few of the sheets. So that works out really well. So now that we got this side basically all buttoned up, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the other side. I already got the sheets laid out and pre-drilled, so we're gonna get to it. So we got our sheets here. This is our first starter sheet, and this is a stack of 7. So we're gonna go over here and start on that edge and start working our way across. So we have finished up putting all the wainscoting around the building. I just went ahead and got some of these sheets over here all pre-drilled and ready to be put up. So it's this set right over here. So this all came out pretty nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with these couple of sheets and start getting them all attached. I will have to chop some more down to go ahead and put up into this section. But I think there's probably like 8 sheets that go along this front section. bag goes, number 104.
Oh, but I want to do it.
Okay. Let me get your little hand. Come here. 104. Right there. Perfect. We gotta go 130 and a half. It's way down here.
I want to do it.
Alright, hold it on. 130 and a half. So I'm going to take a break a little bit from doing some of the metal work, and we're going to use the nice weather from today because we are running out of sunny, warm days up here on the mountain. And I'm going to go ahead and do some concrete work, get this front pad finished up. Got a few bags in this form already, and I'm going to go ahead and start mixing it up by hand. And we got a whole big skid of it on our excavator here. So I'm going to do one bag at a time. It's probably going to take me maybe an hour to go ahead and get this done. So here's a quick update what we got done so far. So I built this little porch railing here. We got some more things tied up on the outside. The back is fairly well closed up. So what I'm working on this morning is we're gonna get this up, this peak up here closed in. We're gonna be probably getting some snow here in the next probably 4 or 5 days. So I'm really trying to get some of this exterior work finished. So what I did is I laid out all the panels out on the ground. I took a measurement from my lowest portion of the panel to the highest portion of the panel, and then we're just going to strike a line. We'll cut this excess off, and then we'll be able to start laying up these panels. So we'll cut this side, and I'll mark the other side and get that cut. That's kind of the easiest way for me to figure this type of stuff out for, you know, angles and whatnot. So we'll get the end finished, and then we'll move on to the back of the building and get that side finished. So I just got these pieces marked. So now we'll get the angle grinder out and get them cut. And hopefully be able to get these all up in the next hour and then move on to the back. So we got all the metal on the front, and now I have the metal cut for the back, and we're going to start putting on the pieces from this side over. So I already got the first piece fitted, and we'll just start putting up one at a time. So we got the front all finished up. I just have to put the corner up here along the roof and front gable end. So there's a corner there, and that needs to go up. We just got this corner up on that side. Those ones we got up yesterday. So it's moving along pretty well. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow in a couple of days. So I'm really trying to get some of this stuff wrapped up out here. So the back is almost finished up other than the corners along the roof that need to be attached. So yeah, I got to bend up a piece for here out of some black coil stock. And then I got to put a little piece of gray there for the side tin. And then we ordered our soffit, so we should get that hopefully in a few days as well and get that buttoned up. So it is super windy out right now, so I'm debating trying to put up this the long roof corners, because I don't want to lose one and have it fly away, because these things kind of catch the wind pretty well. But I can probably cut them up to the right size and get it all prepped to get them installed. So we are done all of the metal work on the outside of the building, other than a couple little pieces for the soffit area. So let me show you exactly where we stand on the outside of the building. So this whole side is finished up. We got the roof corners on up there. I just chopped the ends off of either side. I did put the ridge cap on temporarily, but I will have to remove it in order to get our steam stacks put up through the center. Once we get our evaporator put in inside the building, once we have that whole inside finished up. So we did install our oil tank. Kristen's dad actually brought that up for us. And we had a bunch of oil that was at another location that we were able to bring over. So we got that filled, plus our little fuel station that we have here for our machines. So that's all filled up for wintertime. This side, like I said, we just got to get the soffit in. And then I just need that one trim piece to go along the fascia area. So on the back here, everything's pretty much finished up other than I have to bend a little pan. I have some coil stock and a little brake in the shop, so I should be able to bend up a pan, get that covered, keep the rain off of that. Probably next year we'll build the awning that'll come over our tank here, because we already have our footers in place. So that'll be a pretty easy project. But I am very pleased on how this building has turned out. Did do our little pad extension here. We'll have to weld up some feet for an extension on the tank here in the future. But yeah, like I said, we just have to get the soffit in, and then we can close up the ends of the roof. Kind of built this randomly. Thinking about putting like a maple leaf or something in the middle, cut out of metal. I think that would look pretty cool. But yeah, we'll need the soffit for in here, and then that'll be complete. I'm probably gonna put a light right here, right on the outside of the building. I think that'll look nice. That, or I'll put it up into the bottom of the soffit like I did for the shop build. I'm not sure which direction we're gonna go on that just yet. But so far on the inside, where we stand is I got all the double bubble up. So there's actually 3 layers of insulation. So we have the double bubble on the outside of the building underneath the metal. And then we have our layer of foam. And then I had some scraps of foam that I put in as like a course around this whole bottom section around the walls. And then we actually layered another layer of double bubble over all of that. So the next step would be, I have a bunch of 2x4s that are on a couple of sawhorses back here. I think I have about like 100 of them. And we'll go ahead and put our purlins all the way up the wall around this whole thing. And then we'll put our purlins along the roof, along the ceiling. And then I still have a bunch of this double bubble up here. And we'll cut strips, and it'll go in between each one of these cavities. So it'll tuck in on this section, lay over, and then tuck in on the other side. So then we got to build our wall to close off the loft. So that's going to be my next steps over the next few days. Start to get that portion wrapped up. But it is getting there. Once I have the white metal installed on the ceiling and this front wall, then I can actually install the garage door, which is a 10x10, which is on that pallet over there. We'll install that, and then we can actually kind of get the heat on in here while we work. So it's coming together. Hey, if you liked the video, please thumbs up and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 4. And part 4 is going to be the interior portion of this building and getting it put together.